Well, hi YouTubers, I'm back with 60 books in isolation, and it is the last of the Minnie Johnsons. Minnie Johnson, A Winter Flame. Okay, read the blurb. Eve has never liked Christmas, especially since tragedy struck at that time and changed her life forever. So when her adored elderly aunt dies, the last thing she's expecting is to be left a theme park in her will, and one entirely dedicated to the festive fun. And that's not the only catch. Her aunt's will stipulates that Eve must run the park with a mysterious partner, the exotically named Jacques Glass. Eve isn't going to back down from a challenge. She's determined to make a success of Winterworld, no matter what. Can she overcome her dislike of Christmas once and for all with Jacques' help? Okay, so she hates Christmas and she has to run a winter theme park. Now, I love a good Christmas theme park. My nieces, years ago, they went glamping. Not glamping, they went to Santa's, they went to the North Pole, to Santa's grotto, if you will, and the way they described it with the pictures, it was incredible. They stayed in like a little lodge. They had an open fire, and it was amazing. They went on like sleds and toboggan, and they met Santa Claus and the elves, and they built stuff, and it was, the way they described it was absolutely amazing. And Santa Claus knew them, you know, and it was really, really nice the way they described it. And I said to them casually, so and they were quite little. Okay, so are you gonna tell me where Santa's grotto is? You gonna tell you nice Auntie Jodie? You know, they were like, no, we can't. It's a secret. Only if you're invited. Okay, because the way it's done is basically Santa sends them invites to the North Pole for the good kids. The company that did it did such an amazing job of it. Honestly, the way these young girls, they were 4 and 6, and they were just entranced. So, so the way this theme park is being put together, I loved that build up to it. I liked how Eve became less cynical. I liked the fact that her the Grinch hearts melted, if you will, or grew 3 sizes that day. Okay, now Eve's issue with hating Christmas was that her boyfriend, who at the time when they met was in a long distance relationship with someone else, tragically passed away. He was in the army and he passed away there. Now, the thing is, though, is this normally where Eve would have people to back up with her, okay, like her soon to be mother in law, they all turned their backs on her because they saw Eve as the other woman, okay? They preferred who her boyfriend was previously seeing, and all the focus went on her, not to her. So basically, Eve's lost and she's alone, and she can't really cope. She's just hardened her heart, okay? She's all business. And then in her aunt's will, she's left this mysterious theme park, and she's got to build it. And what's interesting is that this is actually a sequel to an earlier Minnie Johnson book called White Wedding. This is the carry on from that. Characters you're introduced in that book continue their adventures here, and I felt that was more interesting like Time McCain and Eve, because Eve, I'll be truly honest, Eve is actually a bit of a cow to a lot of people. She's very, very judgmental, very, very, here's an example, okay, this is when one of her builders is talking about love and the love of his wife, okay, and he pulls out a picture. Now most people, okay, will look at her thinking, oh, she looks lovely. He looked at the picture and basically thought of this guy's wife, who he describes as the love of his life. He puts up with her, so he puts up with him and adores him, as basically looking hideous. And I was like, really? Now, even if I saw that, I wouldn't even think. I'd be like, wait, this man described his wife is still so in love after all these years. And he looks at the picture and he's like, oh Christ. Doesn't say it, of course, but he just thinks it. I don't even think that. I don't even think that, okay? So, this is when that Eve is taking her niece Phoebe, okay, to the Ivory. And this is it. The White Christmas theme park had been made the national papers recently for being a total utter rip-off, earning it the nickname Shite Christmas. So in Eve's opinion, there was no better place to do some market research than here, especially with the aid of Phoebe May Tinker, who was a cook between Simon Cowell and Hedda Hopper, in judging children's entertainment attempts. A half-dead pilot light inside Eve coughed into a certain life when she read about Shite Christmas on the internet. She knew it was going to be awful, but never anticipated it could be this bad. Yeah, yeah, but so she's got to make Winter Wonderland. Got to make it spectacular. Okay, so Winter World. Got to make Winter World fantastic. Okay, but this is when she first meets Jacques Glass. Okay, whoever she expected Jacques Glass to be, it wasn't the man who busted into Mr. Mead's office with a knitted hat, complete with earflops and woven woolen pants. He had an Arctic Explorer coat on, the collar pulled up to his nose, and the biggest padded gloves that Eve had ever seen. The weather, however, was bad, but bad it was, didn't warrant the amount of anorak. This was Bali town centre, not Antarctica. Ah, Mr. Glass, said Mr. Me, standing and holding out his hand. Isn't it cold today? Oui, said Mr. Glass. So he was French then. How the hell did Aunt Evelyn end up leaving half a theme park to a French man with hypothermia? Now, when it comes to um, Jack and Eve, now obviously never put these two fall in love. Okay, it's like the big love story. It's Jack's job, who loves Christmas as much as Aunt Evelyn did, to basically soothe a troubled heart. However, Eve's a horrible person. She basically looks him up online and thinks that he is responsible for conning women because this ridiculous. Now his books really have a connection, okay, with his books called a newspaper called the Daily Trumpet, which essentially always makes errors. So she thinks that he's basically coming out women. She then breaks into his home. She breaks into his home to get information on him. I used to figure, why are you going to these lengths? Why don't you just ask? Okay, see if he opens up, what is going on here? But I just so suspicious. I'm not trusting the kid, this guy, to be on a theme park together. She breaks into his house. Okay? Actually, I will give some respect to Kay because it takes a heaven author to basically make you like an arsehole. Okay? Now, Eve is an arsehole. She is. Okay? I get that her heart's been broken, okay, by the death of her boyfriend. I get that for 5 years she's been burning the candle every night again, burning the eternal flame for him. And she needs to kind of try and move on with her life, okay? But I feel like she's lost the love of her life. Yet she's still an arsehole. And it actually is a heaven author who could write an arsehole character who you start to care about. You absolutely start to care about. Right. But Eve, her first job is basically she wants to fill the gift part with knickknacks and stuff and see if like she's at Butlins, until Jack convinces her, no, make nice merry-go-rounds, make nice snow globes, make things that people care about. This book really catches up in the spirit of Christmas. Yet the point of building Winterworld I thought was way more interesting than Eve in the end. Just the way it comes together, the characters, the people, okay, who work on the side, how Santa Claus comes into it, because there's a Santa Claus too. And I liked that more, okay, than Eve herself. I thought it was lovely that this kind of like this Pace by the Forest coming together, okay, to build a winter theme park. I love that. That to me was more magical. And like these casual casts of people, okay, who come together to build it, who you actually care about. When they're bringing animals, including, you know, the animals coming in, like the reindeer and the horses, that was better. It made you really feel for Christmas, okay? Right. Plot 2 in Winterworld were formerly known as Winter Park when the sun was raised over Great Iron Arch that marked the park. Three Effins men will fixing the park part the name. Luckily with Eva's blood pressure, she didn't see the Santa part. They'll go up to preface it. No one of Jack's change. And in the distance, the first horse was being bolted onto the biggest carousel you had ever seen in your life. A horse, white and sparkling, as a horse is on the ice cream parlour wall. Eve's heart was stabbed again with a memory of being at a Christmas fair in the park as a youngster, spending all her pocket money on the carousel rides, rather than use it to hook some of it to hook a duck. Yeah. But obviously Eves have issues, and like a lot of these books, mummy issues. Okay? Alright. But as I said before, everyone else is way more interesting than Eve. Also, a subplot going on is her cousin, okay, who was obviously first met in White Wedding, who after many a long time, okay, Violet is finally marrying her boyfriend Pav. Finally, and it was supposed to be a secret wedding, but Violet found out, and it was a secret wedding at the Winter Park. I felt once again that was more interesting. So, one thing I've noticed about these Millie Johnson books, have been reading them pretty much one after the other, is I think a lot of times again, she has this habit of bringing in two or three people and their different storylines. Now, even though Eve's an arsehole, I think that the individual the singular one, while dipping in other people's lives, okay, like this one, is far more stronger. As I said before, with its Raining Men, with the three women, their storylines started to intertwine. I think when she sticks to a single narrative story, it's stronger. That's just me. But obviously, they've got to make with the part of success. Eve's heart has to feel out. She needs to start to learn to live again. There's a connection to the military going on, which I did like, because obviously, spoiler here, Jack is ex-military, okay? So, which is how he actually met Eve in the first place. So I liked this book actually. I think it's one of her strongest because I said before it takes a heaven author to write an arsehole of a character and make you care about her, and I actually did. Go figure. So I would like to meet Eve again. Okay, if we've met Violet and Pav from White Wedding, we can meet Eve again. So I'm stopping this review here. I'm Last of the Me Johnson books, and take care everyone, and please stay safe, all of you. And bye now.